All right, let's jump right in. What we're looking at here isn't just a story about some online game. It's a real-life masterclass in making a comeback. We're going to break down the epic fall and the even more epic rebirth of a leader known as Kyoya. You'll see how his story is this incredible lesson in leadership, psychology, and really, the art of turning a total disaster into undeniable power.
You know, this quote really frames the whole thing perfectly. It touches on a fundamental truth, doesn't it? That power isn't permanent. No one stays at the top forever. The real test of a leader, a true warrior, isn't whether they fall, but if they can get back up.
And that's the big question we're tackling. I mean, it's one thing to get knocked down and get back up. It's something else entirely to get knocked down and use the momentum of the fall itself to bounce back stronger, smarter, and way more dangerous than before.
So let's set the stage. Before you can have a rebirth, you gotta have a death, right? And for our guy Kyoya, things were, well, they were about as bad as they could get. This is the story of his rock bottom.
And when I say bad, I mean a complete, total system failure. This wasn't just a little hiccup. The entire server he was trying to lead, Server 400, it just fell apart. His alliances, the very foundation of his power, they shattered. He lost all control, all respect, his rivals were openly laughing at him, and maybe the worst part, he started doubting himself. It was a total flameout.
So he's backed into a corner, completely isolated. His old friends won't help him, his enemies are ignoring him, and his own team is a mess. When you have absolutely nothing left to lose, what do? You make one last desperate move. You issue an ultimatum.
And there it is. Core, the center of realm, was his super important objective, and he was trying to use it as his only bargaining chip. He's basically saying, you want to win, you have to go through me. It's a move born from desperation for sure, but there's a spark of defiance in it. He's not begging, he's demanding.
But after that public showdown, something changed. The yelling stopped, the demands went away. Kyoya just went quiet. He retreated. And it's here, in the silence, that the real transformation begins.
This quote says it all. He's made peace with the idea of losing. He's not trying to win every single battle anymore. The new mission is just to endure, to keep getting back up, no matter how many times he's knocked down. The goal is to outlast everyone.
And this is the pivot. This is the moment everything changes. He completely lets go of needing anyone's approval. He's not trying to make people like him or agree with him anymore. The new goal is just to make moves so big, so impactful, that people have no choice but to reckon with him. He's trading popularity for power.
So he starts putting the pieces back together, but not with the big, loud announcement. It was all quiet moves, strategic conversations. He wasn't just trying to get his old job back, he was trying to change the rules of the entire game for everyone.
Okay, so here's the first time we see this new philosophy in action. And it's not some massive battle. It's a single, calculated strike. One that wasn't about winning territory, but about winning the mind game.
The enemy alliance, YY, was basically sitting in a fortress. Tons of defenses, totally secure. And Kyoya attacks them with just 3 marches. 3! Against the whole army. On the surface, it looks like madness, a guaranteed loss. But what was he really up to?
And yeah, of course the attack failed. He didn't win. But winning the physical fight was never the point. The real target was the enemy's confidence.
By doing something so crazy, so illogical, he planted a seed of doubt. The enemy was left thinking, is this guy insane? Or does he know something we don't? He made himself unpredictable. And an unpredictable enemy is way scarier than a strong one.
And here is the proof that it worked. This is a direct quote from his rival's war chat. He went from being a joke to being labeled dangerous. He didn't win a battle, but he won the psychological war. He was back on the map.
This next move, though, this is where things get really interesting. This is where he elevates his game from being just a threat to being a master puppeteer.
I mean, just look at this reversal. On the left, you have his old style. You get nothing, all or nothing. But on the right, his new strategy, he actually lets the enemy have a tiny piece of the prize. It seems like he's being weak, like he's giving in, but it's actually the ultimate power move.
We're gonna call this calculated mercy.
It's dominance disguised as kindness. By allowing them a small win, he's sending a very clear message. This is mine to give. I decide who wins and who loses. He's controlling the whole board.
And Kyoya's own words nail it. It's not about them winning a piece. It's about keeping them playing the game. A game where he now writes all the rules. He's not just a chess piece anymore. He's become the chess master.
So let's pull back and look at the whole picture here. This whole arc, this incredible transformation.
This timeline just lays it all out so clearly. He starts at rock bottom, a total joke. Then, the quiet work begins. That leads to a new kind of respect, the kind that's whispered in enemy territory. And finally, he becomes this force that you simply cannot ignore. You have to play around him.
So, what's the takeaway here? It's this 4-step playbook. Step 1, embrace the fall. You have to accept it. Step 2, rebuild in silence. Let your results do the talking. Step 3, wield psychology. The war in the mind is just as important. And step 4, control the game. Don't just play to win the match. Play to own the entire lead.
Which leaves us with this one final chilling question. He didn't just recover. He evolved. He's now smarter, more patient, and way more unpredictable. He's unavoidable. So what happens next? What happens to everyone else on the board when a monarch like this truly reawakens? That's a question that the next chapter will have to answer.